Well, it's Monday the 18th, and it's 7 more days before I actually head back to Cairns via Sydney. I actually miscalculated. I was under the impression that I was actually leaving on Tuesday, but it's actually on Monday, so it's a day early, which is quite good in a way because the way my eye drops are running out. Who knows how much longer I'm going to be able to use that? So that any less days is a good thing. So that's good news. Also got to get back and of course have uh, informed the Combank that there's a fraud's taken place against my account. So that's going to be fun and games. So, and apparently, Cairns is totally soaked in rain at the moment. There's been monsoonal rain, according to my neighbour, who's kindly agreed to go and just tell tell the people at the Combank that there's been some anomalies with my particular net bank account. I don't think it'll do much because I actually sent a message to ComSec, who actually had emailed me on Saturday and said someone had tried to change the password on my ComSec account. Luckily, they weren't successful. So I sent a message to ComSec. You can actually message ComSec, but you can't message NetBank, which is a bit of very frustrating in my opinion. So I did send a message to them. They did reply today, but it was just an absolutely useless reply. It said, yes, I can help you with that. And then just fobbed me off and said, I need to make a phone call. And that's just impractical from overseas. And if I do make a phone call from overseas, they won't accept my ID anyway. I'd have to go in and physically ID myself at the branch to make it worthwhile. It's just the frustrations with modern day customer service is just ridiculous. You know, it's the Privacy Act. They use it all the time. I remember when I was still working, we had to use Privacy Act, so we couldn't tell anybody anything until we've established who they are. But you can't. It's got beyond a joke though. It's got to a stage where they can ask a number of questions and they still won't do anything for you. That happened to me when I rang Combank before I left a few months back, and the girl just said, "Oh, no, I haven't got any other questions I can ask you, and that's it. Basically, we can't do anything for you," and and I'd have to go into the branch where provide photo ID. It's a ridiculous situation. Anyway, it's a week to go before coming back home. I'm quite happy about that in a way because I'm not feeling great. I've actually had a bad cough the last couple of days, and so I'm a bit under the weather. Things in this particular place I'm staying, there seems to be lots of issues with it. The aircon is actually dropping water down onto the floor. It was just drips when it started yesterday, but then it turned into a trickle, or a fairly strong trickle overnight. So I had to switch off this particular aircon. There's one in the kitchen as well, but it won't fully cool the whole area. So it's been a little warm, and I just haven't felt like going out anyway because I haven't been feeling great. So yeah, not terrific. I want to get my teeth clean. That's about the only other major thing I want to get before task I want to get done before I head back. I won't be going to number 5 bar until I start to pick up from this cold. Well, I don't know if it's a cold or whatever. It's just a cough, actually. It's strange. I haven't got any other symptoms of colds, but yeah. So just this seems to happen to me virtually in every trip I do over to Vietnam. So yeah, but it'd be good to go and pop into number 5 bar for at least a couple more times. I'd like to catch up with the barmaid who just recently went to her first international trip to Thailand. I'm interested to see how she went there with her trip because she'll be due back later this week. So it'd be nice to catch up with her. I was thinking about going out yesterday, and it was as it turned out, I think it was St Patrick's Day, but I just wasn't up to it. I actually drank all the beer I had here. So yeah, that's basically it. And I updated my blog, which is about the most productive thing I did yesterday. But right now, I'm just waiting for the manager slash owner, not sure exactly, when he can pop in. He said he was going to pop in at between 1 and 2 o'clock to check out the aircon. So get that looked at and hopefully get that operational again. I haven't even eaten anything today. I haven't had a coffee. I haven't done anything. I didn't sleep well last night. I've been feeling great. And as I say, it'd be nice to return home and just salvage the crap from. Well, luckily the hackers haven't got back into my bank account since I changed the password, so that's good news. But yeah, just basically today's probably just a bunkering down day. I might go to the Speakeasy bar later tonight if I feel up to it. But I haven't had anything to eat or drink so far. Normally I would have a breakfast, and whether it be a banh mi or I'm due for the far bow today, but yeah, well, we'll see. Hopefully I'll be on the up and up. I just get bouts of coughing. I'm not coughing at the moment, as you can see, but I didn't sleep well, so I'm a bit wrung out. And fingers crossed there's no other great dramas before I catch the plane next Monday evening. So that'll be good. I've just got to find out whether I can get a late checkout here, because it's I don't want to be just going straight to the airport after, leave here at midday and then go to the airport and have to wait around for 5 hours or whatever. That'd be a drag. Although I could do what I did last time and go to a coffee shop and just spend a few hours there before I actually go to the terminal. It isn't a bad idea. I could go to number 5 bar. It opens at 3 o'clock, so I could maybe spend an hour there. And I wouldn't get the happy hour, obviously. It wouldn't be worthwhile, but I could just buy a couple of drinks and bid my farewell. That's a possibility, I guess, because the taxi, if you get a taxi back to the airport, they generally go via District 1 anyway, so yeah, it doesn't make much difference that way as far as the taxi fare is concerned, or the time they spend. According to the map, there is another way to do it, but taxi drivers just don't seem to think that there's a better route, so they always go the tried and true back to District 1 before they go to the airport. I don't know if that's just their ignorance or whether it is the only good way. Well, it's 3 o'clock, just after 3, and this is the first time I've left the room today, so just haven't felt good. I got a lousy night's sleep and had a bit of a cough and just not felt really great. But feeling slightly better now, so I might have my morning banh mi. Well, I was going to have far bow today, but I'm not going to risk it, because with the sauce it could be pretty bad. So I'm a bit tender in the old digestive system, so I'm not going to chance the... I find that if I get the Heo banh mi, that doesn't cause too many problems. I don't think it's that hot, but it's quite tasty. It's nice pork, so I quite like it. So yeah, well, I'll go and get that and see if I can get my coffee. I hadn't even had my coffee this morning, all day, so it's been one of those days. So it's not bad out at the moment. I've got the manager come by to try to fix some aircon, but switched it on, and about 10 minutes after he switched it on, it started leaking again. Quite a flow of water going down to the floor, so he's going to have to call the aircon technician. What he did was he just cleaned the filters. I hadn't seen this being done with aircons before, but he pulled out the filters and he just cleaned them using the bum gun. So that was very unusual, but that was my Vietnamese surprise of the day. So yeah, I heard the sound as I snuck around to where the toilet was, and I saw him over the bowl. He had the filters. He's using the bum gun. I've got to admit, I'm quite like the bum gun. I've become a real fan. I think they're great. They're not legal to have them in Australia, because I did ask my my plumber if he could install one for me,
but regulations prevent it in Australia, so typical. But I think they're fantastic. Now, once I know how to use the thing properly, it's I just think it is a very hygienic solution, in my opinion. Anyway, it's just a cultural thing. I can see why the French embraced it anyway, and so. But he was using it not in the way designed, but I thought it was a bit of a stretch to think that by cleaning the filters, the dripping would stop. It didn't make sense to me at all. I couldn't see the logic in that one. He's obviously just trying to prevent getting the technician out, but he's conceded defeat now, and he's going to get an aircon guy out. So, luckily, being from Cairns, it doesn't worry me that much. I've got one aircon in the room, and in the apartment, I guess you call it, two rooms. So, and that is taking a bit of the heat out anyway. It's not too bad. So, I'm handling it all right. It doesn't feel that bad today, the weather. And of course, I stuffed up my departure time, my departure date. Well, I knew what the date was, but I didn't know what day it was. It was Monday rather than Tuesday. So, so this is my second last Monday here, my last full Monday here. Yeah, that's probably the best way to define it. But and I've finally bitten the bullet, and I'm going to get my teeth cleaned tomorrow morning in D7, the other side of the road. So I'll have to delay having breakfast until after that, I think. We'll see what I do. I'll work something out, but I've been in a bit of a pattern with the breakfast. It's good to break the cycle in any case. But I might just get a bang me instead. The only advantage of that is there's a few greens, but I had quite a few greens yesterday, so I'm looking after myself. We've got that mist coming out there. That's interesting. I don't know if you can see that in frame. It should be able to. Yeah, there's looks like it's attached to the tree or something. It's just there to cool down the. Oh, yeah, they got it attached to the wiring. I've seen that in it's a mist. It's just a cool mist. They do that in Spain, in Seville, same thing. So anyway, well, hopefully we'll get myself a bang me at this hour. We'll see how we go. And I don't know what my luck will be with the coffee though. That could be a challenge. So we'll see. Well, it looks like it's a morning thing with bang me. I couldn't order it. Oh, what a blow. Look, I could just go to that to the Hanoi place, I guess, and I'll get myself the spring rolls and stuff. And yeah, I might do that. That's okay. It's not going to cause any problems. I just had to have a bit of a walk here because of the. This is right down the other end. So, gee, I didn't expect that because I couldn't understand. Because when I looked at the sign, I pointed to the bang me, then he came up with the menu, showed me the menu, and I thought, why are you doing that? Obviously, as an alternative to bang me here, because they don't have it. The sauce is missing or something. Oh, yeah, another nice meal at the vegan place. And the same nice girl was there too. She's really, really lovely. Probably good if I'm feeling crook to have some healthy food like that, lots of veggies and stuff, noodles, spring rolls. And it's quite tasty. So 45,000 too, geez, pretty reasonable. Like I say, you don't have to spend up big. You go to the barbecue places, Korean barbecues, you can spend a lot of dough. I still haven't done it. No great compunction to do it, although I've got to say the pork I had at the Hanoi place was very nice, and that's the first time I've had the whole pork spread. So I probably should do one of the barbecue places before I go. Now the next question is there going to be someone selling cafe soda on the streets at this hour? I don't know. I don't know how late the ladies work till. It may be more a morning thing. We'll find out, I guess. Obviously bang me's aren't all day, depending where you go. So just can't really count on that. So we'll see how we go. But that was a good meal actually. Might make me feel a bit better having some food in my stomach too. I'm not coughing as much, which is a good sign. Well, there is another Circle K here, because I was thinking there's not enough convenience stores here, but there's no competition. It's the Vinmart is the closest, which, yeah, I mean, I suppose they are. But I just don't go to Circle K because it's just a bit more expensive than the supermarket. It's not hard to get to the supermarket. Now, have not seen one of the women selling cafe sodas yet. Maybe near Circle K. There might be something there. I'm right down the other end now. So fingers crossed. Oh, well, it's just after 7 and there's this music coming from over there. I don't remember hearing that before. It's a first. So hopefully that won't go on for much longer. I don't know what that's for. Thought it might be St. Patrick's Day, but I think that was yesterday and it doesn't sound very Irish. So I'm going to head off to Speakeasy, just have a couple of beers. I feel a lot better than I did in the morning, so I felt really stuffed. There's no intention of going down to number 5 today, so might do it tomorrow. But yeah, just see how I feel. So here's, got to make sure I keep this damn orientation of this camera down, because otherwise, I just wonder if there's many people that are actually at the tavern. I've never seen any life there, but then again I've been there earlier, so it's not really fair to judge it. This will be a good test for the 1-inch sensor and see how good it is. See if there's anybody. Yeah, that looks pretty dead. Yeah, I think Speakeasy is definitely the best option. I think this place. Oh, there you go. Got it in frame. Yeah, got to keep it right down to get in frame. Yeah, I think Speakeasy is definitely the pick of the bars around here. So it's nice to know. It's a beautiful night. The weather's nice, cool breeze. It's really good. So all I've got to do now is just go down to where Pho Vietnam is, and it's right next to that, so it's very easy to find. And I'm feeling my old digestive system's handling things a lot better tonight than what it did yesterday, which is a relief, because I had a bad night yesterday. It was like an electric buggy just there passed by. That's a Vietnamese place, which has had good reviews. Although that was also the one where there's one bad review about someone claiming they had someone. Oh, geez, traffic! Can't get away from it even this hour. Yeah, someone said they had a pubic hair or something in their meal, but I don't know how you'd identify that. It's being that specific sounds a bit dodgy to me. Might be just someone trying to get back at a restaurant. I think some of those reviews would be like that. There'd be other businesses trying to sabotage one another. Of course, you try doing that in Thailand, you can go to jail. There's, you know, they are so touchy about having bad reviews that yeah, they take legal action, some of the proprietors, if you don't give them a good review. It's just absurd. But yeah, you just got to be careful over there. I don't think it happens here so much, but certainly in Thailand I've heard of that. Anyway, we'll get to Speakeasy. This is Pho Vietnam. Haven't been here for a couple of days. I just wanted a break from the old Pho Bo. It's not as reliable as it used to be either. The flank Pho Bo, it used to be really nice tender pork, slices of pork they put in there. I've noticed there's a lot more fat lately. I've had more dud meals of recent times, so it puts me off a little bit. Anyway, here's Speakeasy. Oh, wow. God, I don't believe this. Is Faux Vietnam still open? Oh, it probably is. I don't think they don't stay open that late. Anyway, they're nice guys. They're really nice guys at the Speakeasy bar, the pool players. Because I've seen them a couple other times after coming back from number 5 bar when I was pretty plastered. This time I hadn't had a drink, so I made my first drink in the first game. I lost it, but I actually won one. But I was very lucky to win it because I played Dan, and poor old Dan was just... He was way ahead of me, and I caught up somehow and actually potted the blacks first try. So it's just pure arse. But I was brought back to earth on the game I played after this. I played 3 games, lost 2 comprehensively, and just snuck one in for a win. So I suppose that was a nice feeling. But no, it's a good bar. Speakeasy, really good bar. Apparently it's owned by an American. I thought it was an English guy, but you know, sometimes I can't pick up the accents with my crappy hearing these days. But yeah, I'm just glad to get out of the room because I've been there all day, and you know, it gets depressing. So when you're overseas, the last thing you want to do is stay in a room. You want to get out and about and do things. So glad I did, and yeah, I think. From what they told me, the tavern is pretty quiet. I think that's the place to go. Speakeasy is definitely the place to be. You want a bit of action. I mean, it's a guy's bar. I don't think there was any female patrons there at all. Not that I've seen that many at the tavern either. And you don't see them at number 5 bar. I used to see more. I used to see some occasional women would go there, but that was the days when it was more popular. So. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, like I say, I'm glad I did that. And I'll have a quiet night now. Well, this is my last Tuesday here. Next Tuesday I'll be in Sydney this time. Presumably landed from my Vietjet flight. Would have been in Sydney for an hour and a half if it's on time. And probably going to Mascot to pick up some greens and stuff before I get my final flight back to Cairns at 3:30 in the afternoon. So that'll be interesting. My good neighbour Yvonne really helped me out. Went to CommBank today, and she got a free call number for the scam team. They'll then freeze my account. I think I'm okay at the moment. I've been checking my account since I changed my password, my bank account, and there hasn't been any more fraudulent activity that I can detect. So I think the password change did work, but these people might be able to hack through the new password pretty easily, so who knows. The thing is, you're supposed to get onto them as soon as you can, so I've only got a data plan on my mobile phone. What I'll do is I'll go down to the Vietel shop again, because it's down where the dental clinic is that I'm just about to go to have my teeth cleaned, and I'll see if they can either, if there's any way I can use my data plan to make one phone call to Australia. It's a free call to Australia anyway. So I don't know. I don't know if that's feasible, or I have to get something like a phone card, or they can upgrade my plan, include phone calls and SMSs, but I don't know if they can do that. So I can at least look at my options there, if there are any. But I know you can get phone cards that have got a certain code or whatever. That may be the simplest solution. I'm going to be back there this time next week, so once I get to Sydney Airport, I can call them on that number anyway. So it's only going to speed things up by about a week, but I'll try to do the right thing and do that. So I guess they can commence their fraud investigation, but again, I don't know how they're going to ID me. And last time I spoke to CommBank, they couldn't ID me over the phone, so how the hell was that going to work? I've got no idea, but I just wish they made it easier to communicate and provided, say, a live online chat feature, but they don't do it, and they'll probably claim that they can't do it securely. I bet you that's their excuse. But anyway, this is I'll be here tomorrow. I'm due to go back here, but I've had a few days break. But I don't want to eat the same stuff every night, every morning. It's quite good to do a change. And I might go to the what I might do today on my return is go back to that vegetarian place that had the stir fry water spinach. I didn't necessarily go for their other meal that much, but the stir fry water spinach was quite good. It's only 44 thou, pretty reasonable price. I can make it cheaper at home, but you know, I don't know. I don't have the time to do that today, and I want to eat earlier anyway. So yeah, that seems to be a good option. And I think eating less is working for me because I just didn't have as much food yesterday, and I feel a lot better today. I only had 2 bowls of grog too, so 2 stubbies, and the previous day I had 6 of the cans that I bought, so that may also have something to do with it. I'm determined to cut back on my grog intake at number 5. There's no, once you've had 3 beers, you're ahead anyway. You don't need to drink a lot to get the value out of the happy hour. So, you know, I'm not saying I'd stop at 3. I'd probably have at least 6 glasses of beer, but it's I don't want to get plastered or get close to plastered. I'd like to be, and if I'm actually halfway sober, I can come back here and play a bit of pool, because I enjoyed that last night. I asked these guys, I said, do you come here every night? And they sort of defensively said, no, only maybe half at the time. I wasn't having a go at them, I was just asking the question. They seem like a really nice group of guys. So, yeah, a really nice group of expats. They're probably English teachers, I'd imagine. They probably told me, I probably asked them, and I can't remember, because the previous times I'd been pretty pissed, but this time I was stone cold sober when I turned up. So, and I did play a little bit better, nothing brilliant. I'll never make a great pool player, but I enjoy playing pool, so what the hell. Now I've got to cross the Rubicon. Oh, this is the hard part. Once I get across here, it's a pretty easy walk. Oh, it's nice at this time of day. It just feels nice. Feels really good. See if I'm going to break the back of it. Anyway, I'll get across most of this. Really need to jog a little bit. You don't have that much time. Some of the clocks here, well, some of the lights, I'll give you a countdown clock, which I think we get in Queensland too, if I recall. Shows how observant I am. I can't remember. Hey, I'm sure we do, but they've got them here as well, but they never had them in Victoria. So, no, I'll just wait. Almost could have done this one, but I won't. I'll just wait until these damn trucks go past. I think it's time to good idea to respect this sort of traffic, I think. And this would be fairly light this time of day, I would think, compared to peak hours. I should better get across now. Oh God, unless this dickhead comes in the other lane. Again, expect the unexpected in Vietnam. They're big mothers. I should be alright now. Yep. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Cat and Nat. God knows what that is. Oh, well, back to the southern part of District 7 again. Which I guess is more upmarket. Actually, with the email I got today, I double-checked the price of the teeth cleaning. I was quoted $700 and $200 for the checkup. So, $700 would be around $40, I would imagine, something like that. 45 maybe, 45 bucks for the actual teeth cleaning. But today they actually quoted me $500 for traditional teeth cleaning. So there's obviously an option there. They must have a high-tech version teeth cleaning as opposed to the traditional. I guess I better establish what the difference is. I mean, if there's some benefit to having the whiz bang one, I'll pay the extra 200. Otherwise, that's a number 5 bar tab. So I don't want to throw them away. Oh, it's good to see you got the women selling the they're selling the cafe sodas. I go to these ladies all the time. That's a very traditional type of Vietnamese vehicle. But yeah, they're great. They're always cheaper, the women, to do that. And I've never felt crook after having one of their cafe sodas I bought, and I've done it dozens of times, literally dozens of times, every morning virtually. So, never had an issue. I'm probably way ahead on time. I gave myself quite a bit of time to get here. Yeah, still got another 12 minutes. That's not bad. Doesn't hurt to turn up early. But it is nice this time of day. It's probably still below 30 degrees, so it's quite a pleasant walk. Bit of shade. Yeah, it's quite nice. And we're going back to the street that I stayed in. So I know this location very well. Well, that went better than I could have possibly expected. I mean, yesterday I was expecting to have to pay around $900 for the teeth cleaning and consultation, as I did the previous time. But because I actually found them on Google Maps and I gave them a review while I was there, I think that's how they helps them to get those 5-star reviews, but they deserve it. It was very good. I had no complaints about the clinic at all. But I got a 200,000 dong discount, so I ended up paying only 500. I mean, that's almost a 50% deduction on what I expected. So I'm a happy chappy. That's just brilliant. So and like I say, I've got as opposed to the one I used to go to here, this mob did a high-tech dental x-ray of me, and they didn't do that in the previous place. There was no x-rays. So the service, I'd have to say, is actually better. And as far as the cleaning's concerned, I mean, it's always a bit weird to have your teeth cleaned, but they did a very good job. No pain whatsoever. It was really a painless exercise, so I was very happy. So yeah, that couldn't have worked out much better. I'm just heading back towards the Viettel shop, and just to see if I can possibly make a phone call to making a phone call back to Australia with my data plan. I don't think I can do that, but it's not essential. I mean, it's only going to be a week before I get back there anyway. But oh, that worked out really well. It's not many days you get a discount like that. Because the original quote I got off them was actually it'd be 500 for the cleaning and 200 for the consultation. As it turned out, you know, it ended up being 100 in effect compared to what I was expecting. So wow, very good. Yeah, I really like this area. It's really, really well designed. This is in the heart of District 7. I walked down this street the other day on the other side. So I won't do this again because you've already seen this footage. But yeah, I really find this very pleasant around here. Very nice area. Well, I'm still head on the deal, but I think Viettel's running a bit of a racket there because I paid 100,000 dong to get my data. I thought, and the package that includes phone calls is 120,000. Now, any reasonable company, if you've already got that for the next 30 days, they would actually just do a top-up type charge of 20 to take it up to 120,000 to convert it. But no, you have to pay the whole 120. So, really, I've learned a lesson here. I come back here, I'm just going to get the full package because without phone calls, you know, you're screwed. I've got 50 minutes of phone calls now. So at least anything like this happens with fraud on my bank account, I'll be able to ring home. So, you know, she says I could definitely call overseas on it, so we'll see how we go. Worst case scenario would be I'd have to call from Sydney Airport next Monday, or next Tuesday, sorry. But I don't think that will happen. So, yeah, I mean, it could have worked that out, but I got that bonus of 200, so I really, you know, swings and roundabouts, that's life, isn't it? So, I'm still ahead on the deal overall, and I can make that phone call. And I guess I can send some texts to people now in the last week that I'm here, which is, you know, good I can catch up with some people that I haven't been able to do. It's just having data's not good enough. I think you need to have the full package, and that was dumb of me not to do that originally. But if I'm back down in this area, which I think I will be next time I'm here, I'll definitely get the full package and won't stuff around with half-assed deals, because data's good for grabbing stuff. I mean, it served its purpose the first 30 days, but it still restricted me. I couldn't actually send any SMSs out to some contacts. There's a couple of girls that worked at the bar that I had numbers for, and you know, just could have. It's not a big deal, but I could have contacted them. So anyway, it doesn't matter. It's all sorted now. Now I just want to get some tucker, go back to the northern side of District 7, back to that vegetarian place, get myself a feed of very healthy feed, and just then go back to number 5 bar tonight. I think I'm feeling pretty good. I think I'll be alright. Just had that one bad day yesterday when I felt particularly under the weather, but no, I've bounced back now. I'm feeling good. And it's a very nice day. Just got to make sure I don't get too much sun, I suppose. That's about my only issue right now. So, yeah, it could have been worse. I'm assuming that I'll get my money back. It was through that PayPal thing, and apparently one thing Yvonne did say to me that yeah, PayPal is a common way of doing these frauds, in which case maybe they should try thinking of maybe shutting down the whole thing, because if it's that open to abuse, they're not using my PayPal account because they're using their own, they're paying to their own account. So they're using PayPal for fraudulent activity. If it's that widespread, shut down the whole service, I say. It's not worth it. I'm going to use my own PayPal. I don't need to anymore. Yeah, so that's my take on it anyway. I think I'm going the right way here. I hope I am. Yeah, I think I am. I'll know soon enough. Line dental clinic will be just up the road here. Yeah, it's getting warm, but I figure that if I have the water spinach doesn't cause me the strife that I get from other meals. It's in spite of the fact there's a lot of garlic. I think my mistake the other day was I had that I did at my own place, made my own batch of water spinach with lots of garlic, and then I had those garlic sausages that I bought, the garlic meat. I think that was the thing that pushed me over the edge, and I'll have to be careful with that, so it's not just hot chili sauce. So there's the medical clinic there, the dental clinic there, and they've got a high-tech door. You push a button for that to open. It's all very high-tech. And here's the renovations up ahead, very noisy. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.